Okay, this next recipe is called goulash. I did not make it a lot for you girls when you were little because you didn't like peppers and onions and chunky tomatoes, which Chloe still doesn't like. But we're gonna try it. This was a recipe that my grandma Kelley always used to make for us. And of course, if you went to grandma's house, there's always gonna be a pot of goulash, and there was gonna be a big, huge pone of cornbread in a cast iron skillet. And most of the time, this is what we would eat when we go to Grandma Kelley's. Just in case somebody would stop by, she would always have something on the stove for the people who would just stop by, just in case, and it was usually goulash. With this recipe, you can use different types of pasta. She always used elbow macaroni. That's typical goulash, but if you want to make it look a little fancier, like a fancy Italian dish, you can do the little bow tie pastas or the rotini. It's kind of like a one-dish Italian pasta bowl that you can make, put a little extra cheese on it, and I think you'll like it. These are the ingredients you're going to need. You do not have to use the beef broth, but sometimes I use that for a little extra flavoring. You'll need 1 pound of ground beef and 16 ounces of macaroni. You'll need to dice your onion, your bell pepper. I only use half of a bell pepper. Put that in the pan to saute along with your ground beef. You can use 1 pound or 2 pounds of beef. I just used 1 pound. If you like a heavier meat taste, you can add that extra pound in. You're gonna mix all of that up, and you're gonna let it simmer on medium. Add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic to give that nice Italian flavor. And then you're gonna let your meat cook. While you're doing that, 16 ounces of elbow macaroni, or whatever kind of macaroni you want. You're gonna let that boil, and you're gonna let that cook approximately 10 to 12 minutes until it's kind of soft. Meanwhile, the meat is cooking, pasta's boiling. You can add a little extra of that beef broth for a little moisture, especially if you get a lean ground beef. You will rinse your pasta, trying to get all the starchiness off. Put your pasta back in your pasta pan, and then you'll get your meat and vegetable mixture and put that in with the elbow macaroni. Mix that up really good in the pot. You're gonna add your diced tomatoes. I like the one that has garlic and just different Italian spices in with it. You can buy that at the store. It has some oregano in it as well. It gives it more of an Italian taste. You can choose to put marinara instead of the tomato paste. I like the marinara because it has more spice, Italian spice to it. Add that into the other portion of the mixture, and you're gonna mix that all up really nicely. Add a couple of handfuls of whatever kind of cheese you like. I like the Monterey Colby Jack blend.